Hey everybody, it's your boy Scrib, and welcome back. We are doing the continuation of our character analysis video of Sosuke Aizen, the former captain of Squad 5 of the Gote 13. So, who is Sosuke? Well, like I said in part 1 and part 2, there's a lot that we know about him, but yet there's nothing that we know about him. So I figure let's, break it down. But before we get into that, if you guys are new to the channel, thank you guys for coming out and spending just a little bit of time with me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because it does help the channel gain more exposure within the YouTube community, as well as give this video a thumbs up because that helps as well as hit that notification bell because when I drop content just like this every week, you guys will be the first to know. So continuing on from part 1 and part 2, we did talk about exactly Aizen's role in the Soul Society arc, as well as the Arrancar and Hueco Mundo arc. Now, his final appearance, after he wound up getting imprisoned, his final appearance was in the Thousand Year Blood War arc. Now, he didn't really have that big of a role or a part to play, but it was noticeable. So we find out that Yuha, the main antagonist of the Thousand Year Blood War arc, actually knew where Aizen was in prison. Went to go talk to him, basically, how that whole little common trope is, went to go try to recruit Aizen, and of course Aizen was like, no, not gonna happen. Okay, so then when Yuha pretty much made his presence known with everything that was going on, from the invasion, the death of head captain Yamamoto, Shunsui basically had the idea of going to Central 46 and pretty much letting know, like, hey, I know this is a stretch, but we need Aizen. We need him. We need his power, his raw spiritual pressure. And of course they were hesitant, but Shunsui came up with the idea, like, okay, let him fight on our side, but yet let his barriers still be on him, or his seals still be on him, and we can only release about 3 at the most. So got the green light, and the thing is, you really do see just exactly how powerful Aizen is, because when Shunsui went to go talk to Aizen, when one of the it was just a random Soul Reaper had went to go undo some of the seals, Aizen's spiritual pressure was so potent that it literally just disintegrated the Soul Reaper. Like, he didn't stand a chance. So moving forward, final climatic battle and whatnot between Yuha as well as Ichigo, and then of course Aizen joins in. And so the fight itself, really, like, Aizen, he of course used the power of his Zanpakuto Kyoko Suigetsu. And so, 1 minute Yuha thought that he was fighting Renji Abarai, but then, of course, that was just, the hypnosis, the illusion. And so then Yuha, started fighting Ichigo and wind up, cutting off Ichigo's left arm. And then come to find out that was part of the illusion as well. And so, but then, if I recall, because now mind you, it's been a minute since I read the chapters as they were coming out weekly, back in the day, I forgot just exactly what happened, but then Aizen's whole left arm got blown off by Yuha, and the thing is, Aizen just looked and was like, well, this is happening. But the thing is, after the whole climatic battle, Aizen did go, of course, back to prison. But the thing is, what we begin to understand, in its entirety, is that, of course, Sosuke has a god complex. Now, the thing is, we know nothing of, his backstory. We find out that in the Thousand Year Blood War arc, we found out just exactly what was going on. He is the reason as to why Ichigo is the way that he is. Case in point, Ishin Kurosaki, who is Ichigo's father, as well as Ichigo's mother. Her name is slipping my mind right now. Ichigo's mom, a Quincy. Ishin, a Soul Reaper. Aizen basically created a hollow out of a Soul Reaper and named the hollow White. Well, now mind you, this was years later, after the Turn Back the Pendulum arc, and so some things kind of happened that Aizen found interesting. That the hollow was basically getting a one-up on Ishin, and so I think her name was Masaki, if I recall. Yes, Masaki. So Masaki comes, helps Ishin. Well, the thing is, the hollow White winds up biting Masaki like dead in her neck, and she basically lured him to do that and just blew his head off. Well, the powers of White wind up kind of mixing in with her, don't want to say her DNA, but her Ryatsu. So, of course, Masaki marries Ishin. They give birth to Ichigo. So, because of Aizen's man-made hollow White, that's why, Ichigo has the hollow powers that he has now. Now, going back to the Turn Back the Pendulum arc, Aizen, at the time, 100 years ago, was just a lieutenant under Shinji Harako. But the thing is, Aizen had basically been up to no good that entire time, because he knew of Kisuke's Hogyoku. He knew that the power that it, even though it was incomplete, he knew that the powers that it wielded. And that's why he decided to create his own. And that's why the basic events that happened throughout the entire series basically was because of him. And so that's when, the captains that Aizen basically experimented on, who eventually become the visors and stuff, Aizen, experimenting on a lot of people and basically just kind of doing his own thing. And so now I say that Aizen has a god complex because he knew of the Soul King and basically had this thought process of, okay, why should we sit and follow an entity like that? Obviously, Aizen has an issue with authority. He doesn't want to follow under anybody. He wants people to follow under him. And so he basically laid out the breadcrumbs for everything to go the way that it did throughout the entire series. And so now, mind you, Aizen is, one of my favorite antagonists throughout the entire Shonen Jump franchise and stuff. So, there's a lot that I can say, but then there's a lot that I can't say and whatnot. It's just, what I can say about Aizen is, what we know about him from, the manga, the light novels, the anime itself. But things that I can't say is from basically the information that Kubo never gave us. Like, was he born immortal? Or did the Hogyoku give him the powers of immortality? How did he become a Soul Reaper? Like, when did he ever train or go to the Soul Reaper Academy, stuff like that. So this is interesting and whatnot, because he had that Clark Kent persona. When we first met him, with the rugged hairstyle, the glasses, he was very soft-spoken, he was kind, he was gentle, but yet this entire time, that was just a facade. He basically was the bad guy the entire time. And, it's like I always say, never trust the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones. But, it's, and the thing is with, Aizen having this, God complex, he basically looked down on everybody. He, just assumed and stuff that he was above all, that nobody can match him in power. He was the smartest. But yet, here come Kisuke Uehara outsmarting him. Here come Ichigo Kurosaki with the Moigets as well as the final Getsuga Tensho, basically one-upping him in power. And so it's because of Aizen's arrogance that basically led to his downfall. So that right there is pretty much everything that I gotta say about Sosuke Aizen. I'm just going to end it here. And so I thank you guys for basically staying with me for the past 3 weeks doing this breakdown of him. So I am going to end this video here. Now, next week, we will be doing the character analysis video of Captain of Squad 6, Byakuya Kuchiki, who is actually one of my top 3 favorite captains and stuff. And so, again, if you guys are new to the channel, thank you guys for coming spending some time with me. Make sure that you guys hit that notification bell so that when I drop content just like this every week, you guys will be the first to know, as well as give this video a thumbs up. And then also, of course, smash that subscribe button because it does help the channel out a lot. So this has been your boy Scrib, and I'll see you guys next week.